Rutherford. Number 15, Jarrett Longfellow. And number 22, Hendon Hill. Starting tonight for the Raiders, a 6-foot sophomore forward, number 2, Caleb Pine. Caleb Pine. A 5'10 sophomore guard, number 3, Leighton Spence. A 6'1 junior guard, number 10, Brock Zikrath. A 5'10 junior guard, number 14, Logan Wolf. And a 6'3 sophomore forward, number 30, Caleb Lewis. The Raiders are coached by Chris Willis. Here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 4, Brady Leisure. Number 14, Braden Hensley. Number 24, Brody Becerra. Number 25, Chris Lopez. Number 30, Ethan Stafford. Number 34, Rucker Mark. And number 40, Brecken Stevenson. Starting tonight for the Warriors, a 6-foot junior guard, number 3, Tyler Summers. A 5'11 sophomore guard, number 10, Joel Jones. A 6'1 sophomore forward, number 20, Carter Flynn. A 6'1 freshman forward, number 22, Evan Satter. And a 6'2 sophomore forward, number 33, Elijah Durr. The head coach of the Warriors is Grant Root. Your officials tonight, Robert Phelps and Rodney Scott. Here we go. Wes-Del foul on number 33, Elijah Durr. Clayton Spence will shoot 2. Reports in for Wapahani. Timeout, Wes-Del. That's a 30-second timeout. Wapahani foul on number 32, Caleb Lewis. Hunter Rutherford checks in for Wapahani. Wapahani foul on number 10, Brock Zickoff. Tyler Summers will shoot 2. Caleb Lewis reports in for Wapahani. for three. Wapahani foul number 14, Logan Wolf. Tyler Summers will shoot two. Reporting in for Wes-Del, number 24, Brody Becerra. Number 33, Elijah Bird. For the Raiders, Hunter Rutherford and Kendon Hill. Wes-Del foul number 33, Elijah Bird. Evan Rosander reports in for Wes-Del. Wes-Del foul on number 20, Carter Flynn. Joel Jones reports in for Wes-Del. 14, Logan Wolf. Graydon Hensley reports in for Wes-Del. Wes-Del foul on number 34, Wagner Mark. Caleb Lewis will shoot two. Carter Flynn returns for Wes-Del. Wes-Del foul on number 20, Carter Flynn. Wapahani foul on number 3, Leighton Spence. Wapahani foul on number 4, Noah Henderson. Wapahani foul on number 4, Noah Henderson. Wes-Del foul on number 34, Michael Mock. Wapahani foul on number 4, Noah Henderson. Michael Mock will shoot 2. Caleb Pine reports in for Wapahani. Caleb Pine for 3. After 3 quarters, your score, Wapahani 31, Wes-Del 25. Folks, tonight at halftime of the Varsity game, we will introduce and celebrate our 2003 sectional championship team. Again, that's at halftime of the Varsity game. And don't forget, between the third and fourth quarters, we will have our half-court shot for cash. Wes-Del foul on number 33, Alonzo. Reporting in for Wes-Del, number 24, Brody Becerra. Wapahani foul on number 12, Hunter Roger. Tyler Summers will shoot 2. Wes-Del foul on number 10, Joel Jones. Wes-Del foul on number 22, Evan Rivera. Clayton Spence will shoot 2. Timeout Wes-Del. For the swing section for Wes-Del. And that's a full timeout. Sarah. Wes-Del takes a fuller timeout. Hensley reports in for Wes-Del. Wes-Del foul on number 3, Tyler Summers. Brock Sinrath will shoot 2. Wes-Del foul on number 14, Braden Hensley. Brock Sinrath will shoot 2. Caleb Pine back in the game for Wapahani. Henderson checks in for Wapahani. Middle shoot bonus. Wes-Del foul on number 34 and right there off. Into the game for Wes-Del. Number 4, Brady.
Hello and welcome to Wes-Del Sports Network. We're right here with you at Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, and we are excited to be able to bring you an MEC matchup tonight where we have the Wapahani Raiders coming from across the other side of the county to come into Wes-Del territory and play our Warriors here at home. Wes-Del comes in this game at with a 3-3 record. Looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Monroe Central on the road. And they're also going to have their hands full with a very good Wapahani team who is currently number 1 in 2A and 5-0 right now. And so when looking at this game, we know that Wapahani is always a disciplined team, always comes in playing well, and are well coached by head coach Matt Luce. So I'm sure that Coach Burkett has talked about that and had a good week of practice. I'm here joined tonight, if you're listening and you're thinking, where is the Soup? The Soup is out tonight. He is at a family obligation at the Nutcracker with his daughter. So I am here with Coach Hanson and Coach Knuckles. Guys, how's it going tonight?
Good, Coach. I'm glad to be up here again, and again, looking for a great night. You know, as you see out there tonight, the guys are wearing the sectional champion shirts from the 2003. So anytime you recognize teams and bring people back, it's exciting. So just looking for a fun game. Like I said, great crowd tonight, band's going. So excited to be back. As you know, it's a big weekend, 2 conference games.
Yes.
So better way to get it off, to start the week off on your home court.
Coach Nuck, how's everything down there?
Oh, things are great. First time up here this year, so I'm excited to get going.
Well, we're glad to have both of you guys up here. A lot of basketball knowledge up here with me tonight. So we missed the Soup, but we've got 2 good coaches here to fill in with me, and we'll have a great time tonight talking about this Wapahani team. We're going to come back right after we have a chance to listen to a pregame that I sat down with Coach Burkett. We'll come back, and Coach Hanson, I'll let you cover a couple of keys which you thought might be in store for us to have success tonight. But before we do that, let's take a listen to a sit-down interview I had a chance to do with Coach Burkett earlier this week. Welcome to the show. I'm here with Coach Burkett. Coach, how are we doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, good. Tonight's opponent, Eastern Hancock, comes to town in an MEC matchup, which we'll get to in just a few minutes. But let's recap just a little bit. As much as it pains us to go back and look at a loss like Union City, let's take away a few of the things that maybe we might have learned this week in practice. And, you know, I've always said, and you and I talked a lot about this week, that you can learn a lot about your team and losses too. So let's talk a little bit. Let's recap. Let's go back. We got off to a decent start in that game, and then hello and welcome to tonight's pregame show with Coach Burkett. I'm Coach McLaughlin. Coach, how we doing?
All of us can only hear out of one.
Well, I just caught him coming out of practice, so it must have been those kind of days. But let's look back at some positives, and we'll go from there. Maybe we can talk through some of this today. Looking backwards a week, we started a week off last week at Union with an MEC matchup at Union.
Test.
What did you take from that game? What did you like out of that game?
Well, going into that game, we obviously wanted to come out injury-free, and we did that. And we wanted to not give up too many points and get everybody in and get some decent minutes, and we were able to accomplish that as well. And we fortunately were able to put up 90 points as well. So, you know, it was an overall successful night. Got out of there healthy, and it's always weird because you don't play a JV game,
right?
But you just play varsity. So, but we got out of there early night, and everybody was healthy, so we were happy.
And one of the things people don't realize in a game like that, where you're clearly the better team, is that as a coach, those are hard games to coach. Sometimes people think, oh, there's not a lot of coaching going on, but there is, because you have to turn right around the next night, play another conference MEC game in a good Monroe Central team. So you want to go in sharp, and you want to feel like things are going in the right direction. You want to give everybody a chance to play, but you also want to feel like things are sharp heading into the next night.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the first half, we were able to get everybody in the game, and in the second half, we told them at halftime, you know, top 7 you're going to play the third quarter, next 5 you're playing the entire fourth quarter, and that's what we ended up doing. And everybody actually scored, which is also a positive.
Awesome.
So it took a minute, but late Jared got a bucket around the basket, so we were able to get everybody on the scoring column.
So then you turn around Saturday, quick turnaround, got to go back on the roads, back-to-back road games, and you're at Monroe Central, obviously a place you're very familiar with, heading back to Monroe Central, and a team that record-wise didn't look like they were off to a great start, but they're actually starting to play a lot better. And watching them, they were able to do some nice things. What did we see that maybe gave us problems, and some adjustments maybe as you were going through that game?
Well, they were chasing around Josiah, so that was something that we hadn't seen yet where somebody ran that. But honestly, they gave up a lot with it. We just were unable to finish. We counted, and we had missed 21 basket area shots that were either contested or not contested, and that's a lot of points we left on the board. But if you can pull a positive out of the game, I think our defense was, again, consistent.
Right.
And we wouldn't even have given up 49 points had we not had to change up what we were doing to try and speed them up. So I thought defensively we were pretty solid. We just need to finish open basket area shots and make some of those outside shots that are open.
Right. So you get a whole week of practice this week, leads us into tonight's game against a really good #1 ranked team, another MEC matchup game against Wapahani team that we know is really good, with some players that have a lot of varsity experience and, college-bound players that are probably one of the best teams we'll see all year, if not the best team we'll see all year. What kind of problems does Wapahani present to us going into this game, and what are we looking to? On the flip side of that, maybe where can we take advantage of some things?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it on a post-game show, but the MEC runs through Wapahani, and so they've been kind of the standard for a while, and we need to try to match that. They don't get off the bus and you're like, man, that's a team that's going to dominate you. It's not that way, but they are a very skilled team, as you said. They're disciplined. They don't make a lot of errors, so our margin of error is low. So we can't make a bunch of mistakes. We can't turn the ball over. We can't miss those basket area shots. Those are the things that can't happen, and we've got to defend the way we've been defending. I think that we can guard, and I'd like to see how we do against a really, really solid offensive team. Obviously, the Andrews kid, he can shoot it from anywhere. Right. So it's gonna be a real test, and we're gonna put some multiple guys at him, but we'll see how we do. And then offensively, I think if we're disciplined in what we run and take good shots, you can't take bad shots in these games. You can't turn the ball over. So, like I said, margin of error is small, so we have to be really smart.
And then I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but we do turn right around since we don't cover this game, but we will turn around, at least from an announcer standpoint, and play on the road at Daleville, another MEC game. So 4 in a row here. A tough night to go from a really good Wapahani team to a really, a Daleville team that seems to be playing better, and you go on the road there. So, that's adds just another piece to this tough weekend.
Yeah, I think defensively they are similar to Wapahani and what they'll do, and same. Really, honestly, offensively, it's similar matchup because the Adams kid's going to take a lot of shots. They shoot a lot of outside three-point shots. Honestly, around the basket area, their percentages go down. So they're going to take a lot of outside shots. We're going to have to run them off the three-point line. We're going to have to, again, take advantage of our offensive possessions, not take bad shots, and finish around the basket area. And I think hopefully we can come home with a win.
And before we move on, tell me about halftime tonight. I know this is something that's special to you as a Wes-Del grad, and Wapahani coming in tonight. Just a big night. It's going to be fun, a lot of atmosphere in the gym. I think it'll be really cool. Tell me a little bit about this halftime.
Well, so we're going to honor the 2003 sectional championship team that was coached by Mickey Hosier, and actually my brother was a part of that team.
Right.
But I was an 8th grader when they did this, and it was unbelievable as a fan, just as a kid growing up and being a part of the program and just being a little brother and watching those guys. There was just a lot of guys to look up to, and the way they did things was impressive. Our seniors, I think there was an article in the paper about those guys, and they weren't just good on the court, they were good academically. They're the guys that you want to look up to, and that's something that I've talked to our guys about. You want to be the example. You should be who everybody wants to be in the building, and that's who those guys were for me as a right. young guy coming up at Wes-Del. So it's honestly exciting for me. I want them in the locker room. I want those guys to have an impact on our guys, and our guys to want to be like that. So they obviously had a big impact on me as a young kid, and still do. I still have a lot of respect for them and get to play with them some in the alumni game, but we're really excited to bring that group back.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate you doing those kind of things. I think it's great for our culture, our school, and like you said, it gives our kids just one more way to chance to look back at the legacy that they leave as players, and that may not understand that as you go on, there are people now looking up at you, but also what kind of mark can you leave? What kind of legacy can you leave as you go on? Coach, we won't be able to see you before Christmas, so have a great Christmas, have a great holidays. We'll be back with you, and we'll do a pregame before the High game that's here over Christmas break. But have a great holiday season, and thanks for everything you do, and we'll look for a big Wapahani Wes-Del game tonight, and let's come out of here with the MEC win.
Yeah,
So there you have it, folks. A little pregame sit down with Coach Burkett. We're going to take just a pause here to watch the national anthem. We'll come back with Coach Hansen's keys to the game and a few stats from Coach Knuckles. So, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem. Another great rendition of the national anthem sung this tonight by choir teacher Emily Love and daughter Jenna Love. But tonight they are big fans of Josiah Love, which is also a family member. Coach, we're getting ready for the tip-off here, an exciting MEC matchup, Wes-Del versus Wapahani. Give me a couple of your keys to the game tonight.
Well, a couple keys. Offensively, the first one's going to be is finish stronger down the basket. I know talking to Coach last couple games, felt like leaving some points out there. We're not finishing strong around the basket, so we get those scoring opportunities. The other two is going to be kind of together here is play with confidence and then also value in the basketball, making sure that we value the possession. Every possession, we got to get good looks, got to get something good out of it. So defensively, it's going to know where 20 is. Coach Nuck will talk about that in just a second, but got to always know where Andrews is. And the second one is run them off the three-point line. They average about 27 shots a game, or three-pointers hitting almost 11. So run them off the three-point line and then limit to one shot a possession. So make sure that we don't give up offensive rebounds.
Absolutely. Coach Nuck, a couple key stats that stood out to you.
Yeah, we know they're a solid team. We said that earlier. They got a couple kids who can just shoot the lights out. Nick Cook shooting about 64% from three this year. But their big player is Isaac Andrews. He's scoring 27.6 points a game. That's second in the state. He's also top 15 in the state in rebounding with 9 a game. It's going to be, if we can slow him down, it'll give us a chance to be in this game.
Well, and there you have it. There are some keys to the game by some guys that would know Coach Hansen and Coach Knuckles. Let's pause just a second and watch the starting lineups for your Wes-Del Warriors. Well, there you have it. We're getting ready to tip off here at home. Great basketball atmosphere. I think both of you guys would agree with that. This is what Indiana high school basketball should be like.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what it's about. Like I said, great job to our band and just the whole atmosphere tonight. Obviously, Wapahani's got a huge crowd tonight as well, and the Warriors showing out tonight. So look forward to a great game.
Like Coach Hansen mentioned, we'll be honoring the 2003 sectional championship team at halftime. That's just one more fun thing that has going on. Coach Burkett was really important to him to bring those back. Tips up and then off and over to Andrews. He'll bring it up across. Wes-Del starts off man-to-man.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Grant's going to draw the early matchup here on Andrews.
Double screen off of a flare there to the backside. Drive and a rip. Kick back outside to 3. Up and just off. And Wes-Del comes down with the rebound.
Early on right there, we talked about the keys of the game there. We got a good block out. Limited him to one shot. Obviously, the first one was a missed 3. Great
backside.
take.
Oh, you got to go up with that. Score that, Corbin. And he misses. A great look, though. And a great play and early design there by Coach Burkett. Got to finish those. Want to keep Coach one of your keys to the game there.
Yeah, early on right here, seeing it here, that's just a shot around the rim. We'll just keep track of those throughout the day. Make sure, again, we don't want to pass up opportunities.
Step through, up and under is off, and another rebound. And Wes-Del starts this game off with mostly guards. Corbin and Gabe kind of playing the assignment of the big guys. Trey for a 3. It's off. Rebounded by Luce. Wapahani brings it up in transition. Little handoff action. Shot fake. We'll move the ball around the outside. Good defensive pressure. That's off of the leg of Luce. You got him in a bad, tough spot. And then Jake, wash your hands right there if you're Josiah. Gets a little too handsy right there at half court.
Yeah, did a good job early on right there, getting loose there to pick the ball up or get out to the coffin corner there. But as you try to get out of it, just give him a little bit of a push.
Yeah, you already got him in trouble. Just make him beat him with your feet there. Here comes the same play we just saw.
Yeah,
that's the same play, but out of bounds set instead of a half court set. Andrews with the ball. Jacob Grant giving him trouble. Shot fake. It's amazing. Shot fakes still work in high school basketball, and Luce with a nice drive and finish there.
Yeah, that little ball screen handoff right there kind of got us in a little bit of a pickle there because Andrews handed it off to Luce, and obviously Jacob Grant's not going to help off of Andrews, so Luce was able to turn the corner.
Wapahani man-to-man, getting through all screens, haven't switched much. A little dig and help there from Andrews. Baseline drive back out. Shot, Gabe misses, just off.
Good look.
And rebound here by Bell. Bell's a young guy on the floor. He's a sophomore. Long shot is off. Corbin did falling. He's got to travel. That's the right call. Not a happy call there, but the right call. We got a good crew tonight. I will say that. And superintendent's not here to tell me anything otherwise because he usually likes to disagree with me on that one. But I'm sure I'll get a text here in a minute. Anyway, nice cut.
Warriors staying man-to-man underneath, out of bounds. Both teams like to use kind of more of an open post, as you mentioned. It's a smaller lineup both ways. Great
rip
take by
drive.
Bell.
Yeah, Bell with a nice rip and drive baseline.
A lot of cutting, a lot of motion action. Both ball's going to go side to side, a little bit more of an open post. Screen.
Yeah, they're trying to get you to catch you leaning one way or the other, aren't they? Josiah trying to get going. He has a slow game against Monroe Central. Got a bigger guard on him tonight. Bell's guarding him. There's a little heart. That's a tough pass, and that's going to be off Josiah, and it'll be Wapahani ball baseline. 5 minutes here, and Wes-Del looking for their first basket. They've had some good looks, though.
Yeah, offensively here, we just got to settle in a little bit. Defensively, you got to be happy, though. We've been blocking out, held them to 4 here early on here, first few possessions.
A little post-up action. Andrews, mismatch. They feel like he can score around the basket, too, and if you have a guard that can hit threes, drive and score, and then score around the basket if he gets a mismatch, that's a tough matchup. Wes-Del flatten them out just like a similar offensive mindset right now. Nice rip and drive. And that's going to be a block, and that's the right call. Corbin being aggressive on the drive. Out of bounds underneath. He wasn't in the act of shooting. Box set here for Wes-Del. going to be a pop-out Joe. Reversal. Double curl. Triple. And Trey finishes through contact.
It's a great out of bounds set right there, too. Great screens. Trey goes all the way around.
Everything looks like it's going to Joe, but it was Trey coming off a triple screen there. He curled all those right to the basket. Active hands on defense. You like to see that. Kick back out to Loose for three. That's long. Andrews chases it down. One of your keys to the game, Coach. You got to limit chances.
Yeah, and Jacob's doing a really good job here early on.
Yep.
Help side.
They're calling on the floor, not shooting, so it'll be underneath. Yeah, he's doing a nice job of being active. You're going to have to make sure you have to help, but that's where you kind of get in trouble with these guys, because if you help too much, they kick it outside, and a lot of guys on that team that can shoot it. Oh, nice fake. I missed it, though. A good break for the Warriors.
Should have went off his heel. Looks like it's our ball.
And that's our ball, and that's the right call, and that's a good call.
Yeah. Again, when you got a guy like Andrews coming off a handoff like that, he's going to take a lot of attention.
Oh, Trey got a little lackadaisical and Loose with it right there, and Loose. And Trey's he's getting on those two guys a little bit about that. We'll take a quick break. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here. Coach Nuck, anything jump out at you right away here on stat-wise?
Just a few bad turnovers by Wes-Del. We have 3 already in this quarter, and 2 of them gave up some pretty easy points for them. So trying to cut that down will be great.
And I know even in football, it's one of the things you want to win the turnover battle.
Absolutely.
See what we run. Coach, I'm sure will run a set out of the timeout here. Back screen, curl off for Trey. Running some continuity offense here, getting continuity motion. Trey with a nice drive. That's out of bounds.
Yeah, the guy was knocked out of bounds by Loose on the take there. Coming out of the timeout, that was a good set, good continuity there. Looked like they tried to get Corbin on the block.
Wes-Del with the box set. Always love to score out of these timeout. Here comes that curl again. This time they, Corbin got to finish those, Corbin. And they got it going up that time. A break there because Corbin's right there at the rim.
Yeah, it's good guys, post feed there, and guy fell down and was able to spin there.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like they're letting us play right now because we've gone through a couple of times on both ends where I thought like there could have been a travel or there could have been a body foul. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's the way I like it to.
Well, I coach Knuckles. I know he doesn't like him to call anything.
Oh, no, let it go.
Coach Knuckles the only guy who played 2 minutes. I have 3 fouls. Here we go.
Fortunately, Corbin missed both there.
Again, struggling this year from the free throw line are the Warriors. I know they work on it. All the coaches, it's always frustrating when you hear, hey, you got to work on those free throws. I know he's working on them. Well, Reed Gabe's getting the assignment now.
That was a good defense right there by Gabe. Great defense.
Corbin gives it up to Trey. Trey pushes it up quick to Joe. See if Joe can get a shot off. He gets in trouble, and he dragged his pivot foot there and got to travel. So it's like Coach Knuckles was just talking about. There's another turnover, which means an extra possession for Wapahani and not an option for us to get a shot off.
No, and when you got a team that can score like them, you want to cut down those possessions as much as you can.
I don't hate the way we've played defensively. We're going to have to be able to score here.
Yeah, and good opportunity right here. Andrews heads to the bench.
Yes. Well, handoff action looks like. He fakes the handoff, keeps it.
Good defense by Trey there on Bell.
Trey can guard. So that's a tough shot, and that's not bad defense. Bell, tough shot there. Wes-Del would love to get a score here. Off the screen there from Grayson. Got too much hands right there, and Bell knew it. Be a side out this time. substitution in for Andrews will come back in, and Cook will take a little bit of a breather. Play a whole lot of guys, but they get a lot of minutes and a lot of production out of the guys they do play. Mealy on the drive, tries to dump it down. Coach is telling him get a reversal there. It's quick. I think on the reversal, that kind of a play will be open a little bit. It's easy to defend off of one pass, so coach would like to get a reversal there. And here they are just spreading you out again. Andrews, we know, can score. Jacob had a steal right there if he had his head on a swivel. Turn the corner, Andrews. Back a handoff, and that's good. You can see what kind of a shooter he is. Quick shot right off that handoff.
Yeah, it looked like whoever switched there might have been Trey or something coming off that double screen. Just got a little, like you said, all it takes is a step there.
Off the nice screen, Jacob gets a shot off, misses. Rebound, Wapahani, and they're doing exactly what you said we needed to do, and limiting us to one shot those last couple possessions. We did a better job early. That could have been a travel, but they've let it go both ways. A lot of dribbling right now. I think Coach would like to get a little more motion. Coach Lewis is trying to get him spread out a little more. Here comes Andrews off that double screen. Slip. Wasn't dribbling, so I don't know what the call is there, but I wasn't dribbling. I think it just looked more awkward than anything else. There's a long three by Luce, and it's off, but it rebounded and put back up and score, and that's Andrews being active around the basket. Wes-Del love to get a score here. Joe with the three, and it's good, and that's exactly what Wes-Del needed.
Yeah, we got to get him going here. Get a little energy in the gym here. 30 seconds to go here. Luce will bring it across.
See if they go for one shot or if they take, I would say probably get one shot unless Andrews gets something he likes. Or drive to the basket. I would say you're looking at getting the last shot here. There it is, and now it's going to be an isolation situation. Nope, still running. 12 seconds. Now they're going to work it over to Luce. 5 seconds on the clock. There's a fake, nice pass. And Bell, no, I'm sorry, that's Bell. Bell will go to the line. A lot of options on that.
Yeah, and again, when you got a player like Andrews coming around those handoffs and stuff, it just puts the defense out of predicament. And there, Bell made a great cut.
It reminds me a little bit, Coach Knuckles, of football where it doesn't matter. The stuff they're running is not super complicated, but if you run it really, really well and you have players that can better skilled, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a lot better to be great at a few things than good at a lot of things.
I agree.
That's going to be 2 fouls on Jacob Grant there.
Yeah, and that's a tough situation because he's done a nice job defensively. You say, well, 16 points, but they've spread those 16 points around, and I don't think a lot of them have come off the guy that Jacob was guarding. Missed the second one, 1 second, and not able to get that off of Trey Adams. So at the end of the first quarter, Wapahani holds it to a 16-5 lead. We'll take a break and come back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Back with you here. We like to always thank our sponsors. We are sponsored by, and Wes-Del Basketball is made possible by Montgomery Insurance School, Martin Insurance, Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Pizza King, and Young's Title. Coach, what are you looking for coming out of this timeout here?
Oh, offensively, like we talked about a little bit. Defensively, I think we're playing hard. We're getting some stops. Offensively, we got to keep just moving the ball and figure out ways to get. Corbin's had some good looks around the rim, and Josiah's got to get, like I said, knock down that last shot. Find a way to get those two guys going here offensively.
Looks like we're going to a little back screen, ball screen. Good help, but passed off. Grayson tries to score through contact, and wasn't able to do so. Next chance we get, Coach Nuck will check in with you on some first quarter stats. Ball moving on Wapahani. Over to Andrews. Right up in him, but you got to make sure you take that drive away. That's awful. It's going to be over the back. Grayson with good position there, and over the back. I called that one on
number 24.
Mason.
Yep.
That's his second.
Coach Nuck, anything stand out in that first quarter that?
Some of the scoring we talked about already. Andrews had 7, Bell with 5, Luce with 4, but the big thing was 5 turnovers by us, and Wapahani was 0.
It was a terrible call. Just as soon as I mentioned we have a good crew, he is set. Grayson's set right there, and it looks bad because Grayson can set a screen, as we all know, and we can see that he has put his time in the weight room in, and that sometimes that one's on the other guy on the other team not telling him that screen's coming. Nice rip and drive there by Bell. Shows his athleticism. Josiah's going to bring it down, and I bet you they look for that screen, though. Missed the shot is short. Rebounded and brought back up by Cook. Cook over to Andrews. Rip, didn't like it, pulls it back. Cook's been shooting well from the 3, but misses his first couple, I think.
Great block out right there again by Grayson Mealy. Love here in transition.
That's a nice spin. He's got to score that, and he does. Anytime Joe gets down there, that little spin move, use that backboard to your advantage. Wes-Del's able to stay right where they were. They've got to get stops and convert those into scores on the other end. Andrews with a spin move. Grayson comes over and helps out. 3 on the way, but long. And a long 3 from Andrews is off. Still moving the ball around the outside. Here comes the screen. Again, looking to kick it back out. Coach Luce asking for ball movement. Player movement. Here comes a curl. Instead, it's a rip to the baseline. And that's a nice finish there by Eli Andrews. He's only a sophomore. The hard part is a decent job of defending. You give up a score here, and now Wes-Del's got to come down and get a bucket of their own. That one's off. Josiah with the rebound, though. Gets it underneath. Fade away is short. Caught by Andrews. That's one of those you got to turn, face, and step through there. Try to draw some contact, get to the free throw line. Andrews with a quick 3, and it's good. Coach Burkett's going to call a timeout. Stop the little run that Wapahani is on, and we'll stay with you here through this timeout. Coach, what do you, right here during this timeout, what are you looking for? What are you talking about? What are you looking, if you're coach? I know we've gone through these situations before as coaches where you just kind of want to stop the bleeding a little bit. Is that what you're looking here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Coach right now is going to be talking about one, like we talked about before the game, is one, we got to value the possession offensively right now. We've got way too many turnovers, missed shot attempts. We got to make sure that we're getting what we want offensively. And then defensively, when we are getting the players to take the right 3 or the right jump shot, we're not getting those rebounds. You can't give a team like them 3 opportunities. Andrews is going to make them pay, or those type of things. So again, like we talked about, clean up the things that we can control. And again, it's one possession at a time. Don't be looking at the scoreboard.
Right.
There's a lot of game left, but you got to stop the bleed, and you got to be able to play one possession at a time.
Coach Burkett's going to look at a couple different guys here, see if he can get some energy off the bench. Jack Rooker and Abdul-Amir will check in here in the second quarter. Joe drives down the lane. Trey with the left-hand dribble, picks it up. Corbin almost changed pivot feet. Dooley with the drive, kicks it out to Trey. Nice rip. That's a short. Got a jump stop maybe right there and power that up, or through contact. Got a little bit of contact there, but they haven't called that tonight much.
No, they, like you said earlier on, they're letting him kind of play through a little bit of that drive and contact. Trey right now is going to be chasing
back
Andrews.
To loose, and that 3 is good. They are hard to guard, Coach. There's a reason why they're winning a lot of games and beating some good people. There's a drive, Dooley, 2, Joe. Nice cut, step in there by Joe, and Dooley finds it. See if Wes-Del can get a stop here. Convert some of these stops to getting that curl to a flare. Boy, that's hard action to guard.
It is. Wapahani does a really good job of spacing the floor here, and then when they get the ball on the one side, got to get that rebound right there. There we go. Good job. When they get the ball on the one side, it sets up a double screen a lot of times coming through, and then either Andrews or Luce can either curl that all the way around, which then, like you said, that skip pass is wide open, or there's just different. There's so much action going on.
Jared Ladd's going to get some action here quickly. The coach is trying to mix in some guys to see what he can do. Sometimes as coaches there, Coach Nuck, we just want to get some fresh bodies in there and see if you can get somebody on a night, right?
Oh, yeah. See if you can get some extra energy out there and see if we can hit anything.
Jared Ladd comes in ready to shoot and misses that one. Andrews in transition. I have to stay on that shot fake. He does a nice job of really using the shot fake, getting you off balance. Coach Luce is going to call a timeout here. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. Again, make sure that if you haven't, please subscribe to us on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We'd love to have as many. We're getting close to 1,000. We're almost there. Tell your friends at Christmas. Get them on there. We also want to thank our sponsors, the Van Meter Reed team from Coldwater Banker. We also want to thank Star Financial Bank and Dowling Dumpster Rentals, all major sponsors here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. You can see the Star Financial Bank scoreboard scrolling across the bottom like it always does. We just thank all those sponsors that make this possible. We really enjoy doing it. We couldn't do it without their help. And like always, we couldn't do any of this without executive producer, Mr. Romine over here running the show for us, as always. Quick time out there from Coach Lewis to see if he saw something he liked that maybe he could take advantage of. They got a box set, so it looks like they're going to run something out of this box set. Pop out. He's talking them through it. There's Andrews with a curl. He's going to through. It's one of the things we just talked about. Scored right through contact.
Yeah. Well, and set it up again. Like I said, we had the two high ball screen or two double screen there, but instead of coming off the double screen, he back cut that, cut across the paint. To block. Oh, they're going to get Josiah.
Joe on his side. And as much stuff as they've let go tonight, that seems like a little bit of a touch foul.
That's going to be 2 for Joe.
Looks like Jared Ladd's going to guard Andrews. You're going to have to stay down, keep your feet active when you're guarding somebody like that. The double flare. And he knocks that one down. And I had a little something to say about it on the way back, so I don't know if these guys are talking or. Wes-Del comes back down, moving the ball around. Jack Rooker dives. Got to get post position, seal up inside there. Corbin tries to rip baseline and dribbles it out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover to Wes-Del, and they'll go back to the Raiders. A couple subs coming back in the game. Gabe, Jacob both come in, and Corbin and Josiah will take a quick break. Two and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Again, we're going to be honoring that 2003 team at halftime, so stick with us through the halftime. That'll be a lot of fun. And Bell, with the left hand there, is able to finish and score. Just put a lot of pressure on you to stop and get scores on both ends. They put a lot of pressure on you both ends.
Yeah, like I said, with Becerra there from 3 in the corner.
There's a reason why they're number 1 in the state right now. Andrews misses this time, and Rooker with a rebound. And here comes Trey in transition, trying to find something easy. They just aren't allowing that to happen so far. We got an illegal screen on Jared Ladd. Sawyer Slopson is going to come back, and so is Abdullah Gulamir for Trey. Coach is just talking these guys through some stuff. You know, you can learn a lot of these situations too. One of the things that I see, and I don't know if you guys agree, but one of the things I see is that Wapahani just isn't forcing a lot of shots, and it feels like for us, we feel like we have to take that quick shot. And you notice that they're making sure they get the shot they want or one that they feel like is within their offense.
Yeah, they're doing a good job moving the ball side to side, running off the double screens, ball screens. Like I said, and the year is early. Where it's early in the season, so you're seeing some different lineups, things still working. Again, like you said, it's just got to be one possession at a time.
Yeah, to me, this is, when I think about what Coach Burke is doing right here, this is great coaching to me. He's going to try everybody. Find somebody that's going to do what we need him to do. Sarah knocks one down. Coach Luce calls out another set and see what they get down here. So got to get a couple stops here going into halftime would be great. Been a quick half, not a lot of fouls called, and really not a lot of stuff called. Read that. Back cut, you got to watch the back cuts on this offense. They will lull you to sleep outside the three-point line and then back cut or drive you. And another nice left hand. Bell's a nice player.
Yeah, and then they do so much action right there and put you in a predicament too. Like right there, that Andrews sets that ball screen up top. Off that hard ball screen though, like the guy guarding Andrews doesn't want to help.
Right.
Because if you help off of him, then he's going to pop
trouble,
open and he's going to knock down a wide open three. So it just presents some problems.
Presents a lot of problems because they have multiple options and multiple guys that can score. You know, that usually is a sign to a good team. Here, Dooley's calling out a play with 7 seconds. Trying to rip to the basket. Just misses it off the back. See if Jacob can get that to fall. That would be big, and it just is long. So here at halftime, Wapahani, the 37-11 lead. We will take a quick break, but we want to come back and enjoy these festivities where we are honoring the 2003 sectional champion team. So we'll take a quick break and allow that to happen and come right back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're back here. As you can see, the 2003 team is walking out onto the court when Coach Wilson takes over on, and we'll pause and let you hear what he has to say.
and Wapahani for the second time of the season, 71-44. In the first round of regionals at Tipton High School, the Warriors defeated Monroe Central 78-75 in a close battle before falling to eventual 2003 state champions Lafayette Central Catholic in the regional championship. While this group of men was successful on the basketball court, we're also very proud of the way they took care of business in the classroom and now as husbands and fathers. We appreciate the standard they set for future generations of Wes-Del basketball players in the classroom and on the court, and would like to thank each one of them for coming back tonight to be recognized. Team coaches include head coach Mickey Hosier, assistant coach Bob Stacy, Leskowitz, Aaron Fields, Kevin Umberger, Craig Knuckles, Sean Cox, Michael Sims, Andy Beanagel, Nick Welsh, Justin Burkett, Austin Collins, Nathan McGuire, Manager Andrew Ritchie, and Manager Jason Persinger. As always, once a warrior, always a warrior. Please join me in giving these guys a big round of applause. Your 2003 sectional champion, Wes-Del Warriors.
Well, there you go. There's your 2003 sectional championship. What a neat moment. You know, that was really important for Coach Burkett to bring guys back like this. See those guys, you know, he reminded me today that he was an 8th grader when this group was going through. Of course, his brother's on the team, and so he was around these guys a lot, and I think it just made a lasting impression on him, this group. You know, as they mentioned, they were able to beat every team they played in Delaware County that year, including Delta and Yorktown. And both those teams were good teams like that. I was coaching at one of those schools that they beat. And they also were able to beat Wapahani in the regular season and in the sectional. And finished with a 16-7 record, and then went on to the regional, where they finally fell to Lafayette Central Catholic. But that was no slouch, because they went on to win the state championship that year. As we say sometimes about those private schools, that had a good recruiting year that year, and Wes-Del went over there, and even though they gave it everything they had, fell just a little short, but couldn't be more proud of that group. And you know, it meant a lot for Coach Burkett to bring those guys back, and I know that anytime you bring back teams like that, I know you guys as head coaches love to do that stuff. It just helps carry on the tradition of what we're trying to do, and I think it's always important. I felt like it was always important to let people, you put that jersey on, there were a lot of guys that put it on before you. Absolutely. And you know, that still means something to them too.
Well, like you said, it's the community. Anytime we put that jersey on or the uniform on, it's like you said, a lot of these kids, it's memories for them too. It's parents, grandparents, things that they do. Speaking of an ex-player right here, here's one of my guys. So good to see you. Good.
It's always good to have guys back. Coach Nuck, I know it's important to you to have some of those football guys back too, and you even have a couple of guys that you were an assistant coach on staff. So.
Oh, yeah, it's always good to get those guys back. If you can get guys that were in the program to come back and coach with you, that's huge. But anytime you can honor guys that, you know, put in the time and the work and you know, the product out there on the court or the field, it's always a big deal. You
know, one of the things I know we always preach as coaches is that didn't happen by accident. Those guys put a lot of extra time in. They put a lot of extra work in, their skill work in. And I don't care what sport you're playing, you got to put the extra time in if you want to be successful. And so I think that was a big part of Coach Burkett's message, was these guys put the time in and they got the result that they wanted. So I think that it was a great night. Good to see those guys come back. Looked like a lot of them are here. So I know Coach Hosier would have liked to been here, a good friend of mine, and he's over at Alexandria, probably being an athletic director right now. So he couldn't make it, but I know he was proud of that group, and you know, just a neat night. So we've got a few minutes here for warm-ups. We'll take a short break, come back with you to bring you the second half of Wes-Del versus Wapahani here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Right, we're back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Coach Nuck, I'm going to bounce it right to you and give us some of the first half stats.
Yeah, kind of what we had thought about and talked about before the game. Isaac Andrews has 15 points right now. Caden Campbell's with 11. Nick Cook, 2. Nate Luce, 7. And Eli Andrews, 2. For us, we have Gabe Becerra has 2. Love with 7. And Trey Adams with 2. Big thing in that first half for me is the turnover battle. We finished with 9 turnovers, and Wapahani has 0.
It's amazing. They, very efficient on their end, just no turnovers, which that means no extra possessions for us, and we gave them extra possessions. When you're playing a really good team, you can't do that. So, halftime adjustments, Coach Hanson, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? Is this just one of those like, okay, let's effort, play hard, pride type things?
Yeah, I think offensively you're trying to find some continuity. It's the first game of a back-to-back weekend, so defensively, like you said, you're competing right now. You're chasing some good guards around on the floor. But you got to, like you said, you want to block out. To me, it's more like you said, trying to get some continuity on the offensive end. See if Josiah, Corbin, get some guys going a little bit, build on the second half, and get some momentum here going into the fourth.
Well, and you just mentioned one of the key things to tonight's game is that we got to turn right around and go on the road and play a good Daleville team tomorrow at Daleville. This is one of the toughest weekends of the year. I'll be totally honest with you, and Coach Nutt coached with me for a lot of years. I hate this weekend. It's a tough weekend. I think it's something we should look at schedule-wise, and we tried to do that a little bit at times. But back-to-back conference games and going to Daleville, that's a tough task to do. So let's see if we can get something positive going here in the second half.
Well, and Coach talked about coming out at halftime. One of the adjustments here looks like here is first possession. We're going a little 1-2-2 trapping here. Just got what we wanted right there.
What you can't do, though, is, like I said, offensive rebound. Did a nice job making him take a tough shot. Missed it, and then we don't come up to rebound. Now, I know sometimes in the zone it's a little tougher to find guys, but you got to find the closest guy to you and at least block that out. So Andrews will go to the line and shoot 2.
Coach Burkett there trying to come out of the halftime, obviously with a little wrinkle there. Unfortunately, there it got Josiah there. It looked like was for his 3rd.
Yeah, and that's the one guy that leading us in scoring. We probably don't want to see that happen to. Andrews hits both. How are they free throw wise tonight now?
Right now they're shooting. They're 4 or 5.
Okay, I couldn't remember if they missed one somewhere.
5 or 6.
Josiah with the drive. Little fadeaway is off, and that's going to be off of Trey Adams. Coach Luce yelling at his son. He didn't do a very good job of blocking out right there, and he just looked at him and said, I know. We'll bring it up now, back to man-to-man. There's that back cut we talked about. You overplay him for just a second. That's a tough shot right there, and you gotta limit that.
Yeah, great job there by Corbin Price.
Make him take tough shots, and then don't give him a second one. There's a baseline rip. Good help defense there. Cut off, and that's going to be a jump ball, and that'll stay here with Wes-Del.
Good job by Trey Adams to keep playing there.
Little box set out of bounds here. Slip to Josiah, see if he can get that baby hook. Maybe one dribble too many there and got himself into a little bit of trouble. He had it quickly. He had that quick shot and then just wasn't able to get it to fall, but still being aggressive. Here's Andrews. Tipped away, and that stays here. I thought we were going to get the first turnover there for a second. Stay side out over there on the far side with Wapahani. Back screen. Trey, you got to see that ball, and there's your first turnover, Coach.
There you go.
Off of Andrews' feet.
Looks like here early on here in the first few possessions for Wapahani, until they talked at halftime here, is really back cuts.
Yes.
It's one of the things there. Defensively, the Warriors were playing a lot of face guarding on Andrews and Luce. And the first 2 out of the first 3 possessions were back cuts, trying to get them over play.
They're calling an illegal screen. Let's see who they call that on. Brady Burden getting his first action tonight. I don't know if he stuck out the chicken wing or what he did there, but
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Got caught on one of those arms out, I think. Reading those back screens. There's a nice flare. Rip baseline, and decent job there of cutting that back off out to Luz for a 3. He misses. Good block out.
Corbin here in transition. Gets it to Gabe.
Over to Trey for 3. We could use that one, and it's in. That's good. We'll see if that gives Trey a little bit of energy down here. Brady Burden's got to pick up the ball here at half court. It's kind of the way Wapahani came out early in the game. They were getting some shots that they weren't falling, but that one does fall for Bell. He's had a nice night. The screen up top. Trey with a hesitation, tries to get deep. He does, and just long.
Strong rebound.
Here comes that handoff action again. Handoff, what they're getting is a handoff to a backside flare. That's really hard to guard if you got a guy that can shoot it, and they do. Bell with that lefty again. This time he's short. They hustle after it. And that's out of bounds, so that'll be Wes-Del ball, another turnover.
Couple subs coming back in here. Josiah Love back in the ball game, and also Grayson Mealy for the Warriors.
So it's also one of those games that we just talked about where I know you got to kind of you want to get sharp, but you also got to prepare for tomorrow and realize you got a game tomorrow. And I'm not thinking about that right now, but you are kind of, if you're a coach, there's things that you don't necessarily think. You got to think a little ahead. Got to have fresh legs tomorrow too. They'll rotate a lot of guys in.
That's a great take there by Becerra there on the missed shot, offensive rebound.
Reading that. That's a read on their part to curl that or bounce off that. Andrews is pretty smart about what he wants to do there. Loose inside. If Andrews can take him off the bat, fade away. Was not good. And Josiah with the rebound. Joe's playing with 3. At this point, if you're coach, you just got to keep going. Let him play. Grayson rips. Nice bounce pass. And that's a great pass and a good tried to finish there. He got fouled, so he couldn't finish through contact.
Great possession right there. Great pass by Grayson to find there. Corbin underneath. Corbin had a great seal. Used his body really well and head to the free throw line.
And, you know, this is maybe because I was a point guard. But I always feel like if a guy goes up and hits both these free throws, like Grayson made a great pass right there. He should get an assist if he hits the free throws. But, you know, I was always looking for an extra assist here or there.
Well, maybe one day they'll
they changed the free throw rule on me,
that's
so,
true.
man, maybe. Abe misses both of them this time, and Andrew dribbles out of bounds. You stick with us here during the third quarter. In between, we'll see our half-court shot. I think it might be up to $400 or $500. Grayson with a rip
Great
and
take.
It's blocked, but a nice rip and a nice take. And a good hustle. They're going to call a jump ball on that. This time it'll go over to the Raiders.
Warriors staying in the man-to-man defense.
Wapahani moving the ball around the outside, looking to get, there's that backside flare. Trying to see if he can get a mismatch. Back cut. Flare and Loose is open. And he knocks it down. And
Well, Andrews is a tough guard one-on-one, and they just spread the floor so well. There's really not somebody on the floor that you really feel comfortable helping off of.
yeah, leaving. Yeah, I agree. Loose trying to push it in transition. He does. Tried to get that fourth foul on Josiah, and let's get an easy one. We need one, and there it is.
Great job there by Becerra to kick that ball ahead there for Corbin.
Corbin doing a nice job running the floor and finishing that layup. Rip, pull up, jumper is off. Rebound and miss. And this time it's Gabe Becerra with the rebound. Up to Corbin. He rips baseline and tries to finish, and he's going to call an offensive foul. This is his third offensive foul, so that's just not a good call.
Looked like just a strong take there. Rips it ball side. He's really attacking.
So maybe I'll take back what I said early in the game. So there's a timeout, and Coach he's asking for some clarification here on that foul. We'll take a break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network and come back with you. We're back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Don't forget that Wes-Del basketball is made possible by the Van Meter Reed team, Star Financial Bank, and Dowling Dumpster Rentals. Coach, how about those cheerleaders tonight?
Yeah, let's give a shout out to our Warrior cheerleaders tonight. They are Delaney Huffman, Gracie Drake, Ava Whitmire, Tori Clark, Bailey Combs, Hayden Browning, Jenna Woodson, McKenna Terrell, Gracie Penrod, Isabella Koger, Kirsten Ronan, and Kylie Proctor. And your Warrior cheerleaders are coached by Tori Purdue and Rachel Jamerson. So shout out to our festive cheerleaders tonight as everybody's in the Christmas attire. So
yeah, they're over there in the sweaters and doing a good job. And Biff's got some music playing during the so we turned into an NBA game all of a sudden here. See if Wapahani out of the timeout, see what they run. They're kind of sticking with their continuity offense. Rip baseline and a push on Corbin. It's going to be out of bounds underneath. Looking down there, I see school board member Bob Todd down there.
Yeah, I could
he's
see
all dressed up down there. Looking like he's going to
didn't have a game
fancy
tonight.
Dinner or something.
Didn't have a.
He might have had a JV game and got out of there quick. It's about his level. I don't know, maybe above his level. I'm not sure. So it depends on the night. I can only say that since I coached with him for 9 years. Son's on the bench now. Zach's down there. Always proud to see some of your ex-players when they go into coaching or teaching or anything. It always makes you feel good. I don't know how smart it is, but it makes you feel good. Nick Cook with a bucket there on the out-of-bounds play. Corbin travels with a quick step there, drug that pivot foot. He does that from time to time, and more times than not, it doesn't get called. Wapahani is going to bring it back over here with about a minute, just over a minute and a half to go here in the third. Inside. And that's a travel, which that is not a travel. That's a bobble rule, but if I ever saw it, but we'll take it. So another turnover. Coach is calling a set out here. Going to get the high ball screen. That's going to be an illegal screen on Grayson. They're looking for on that is to get that off of the. Grayson's doing the right thing. He just did it too quick. He's coming to get that ball screen. As soon as he gets all there, you got to make it look like a slip. Then you sit right down in there on top of that guy. By slip, we mean like almost fake the screen, sit on top of him, and Grayson got caught a little early doing it. And one thing is, if Grayson hits somebody out there, you're probably going to notice it.
Yes, you are.
Doesn't bother you one bit, does it, Coach Nutt?
Oh, I love it.
That's the way you played. A little rip action, back cut, nice pass by Andrews, and that's Mason Barton with the bucket. Minute to go here in the third. Wes-Del trying to get something going here towards the basket. Corbin, Jack's got to play wider. It's going to be a physical game. Move it around. Nice action there by Joe. He rips, gets the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. One of the things we've talked about, Coach and I here, Coach Burke and I have talked about, is trying to get Joe to the free throw line a little more.
Yeah, he attacks the rim so well, and he gets to he's strong, uses his body well, so anytime he can go to the rim.
Talk to him a little bit about taking that extra dribble, getting to the rim, playing through contact a little bit, and was able to do it right there. Second one's up, and it's good. .45 seconds to go. See if Wapahani wants to get one shot or if they just want to get the shot. Probably depend on how quickly it looks and how good of a shot it is. But with 30 seconds to go, trying to see if they can get something easy or get the last shot. I guess is at this point they're going to try to get the last shot. Andrews with the ball is probably what they want, or they're going to flatten everybody out. Here comes a pop. Almost 5 seconds there. There's your shot fake. Shot at the buzzer is no good, and Wes-Del holds on. Let's get a stop there at the end of that third quarter. Pay attention here through this third quarter timeout here. We're going to have some guys coming out to shoot a half-court shot for cash. So we'll stay with you, and then we'll take a little break. But watch us see if we can give away some money here. Oh, here we go. I think he's trying to give this money away tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times?
Got a couple guys from.
How many times has Paskowitz and Burkett won the three-point shooting contest at the alumni game? I think between these two guys, they might have most of the wins. He wanted to shoot it the other way. A couple members of the 2003 team trying to take some money home with them, and that one is up, and it's just to the left because it looked like he had the right distance.
It did. Good rotation on it.
Here comes Justin Burgett, and he hits it just about the same spot. And so that. Thanks again to those guys at Montgomery Inn and Property Pros for the donation. $500 at the next home game, which will be Tri over Christmas break. If you don't have anything going on over Christmas break, I think the 28th, come on out. We'll be here. You guys, I'll probably ask you if you come back up here. And we're trying to work on getting some sideline reporting for you guys, but if that does happen, be ready for me to ask you what you had for Thanksgiving dinner or for Christmas dinner at that point, because I threw Coach Mealy off there a little bit when I asked him that, and he's still giving me a hard time about it. Nice play, nice action there, back screen to a ball screen action. Get Corbin a nice little jump shot, about 16-footer right there, and it knocks it down. Here comes a little 1-2-2. Playing nice and hard. I always like to see that. Shot goes up, and it's good. Bell with the three. We get the same kind of action. Gabe with the dribble. Stuck in the middle of the lane there. Staying with the trap. Would have had the bucket if he would have looked for it right there, but a kick out. Another three is good. And it's cooked this time.
Yeah, they did a good job of getting the ball to the middle. Once he got to the middle there, he wants to skip opposite, make that extra pass.
Josiah with his feet set, just wasn't able to knock that one down. Here comes Andrews. Step back three, that's a tough shot, folks. That is a tough shot, doesn't it? He made it look easy, but that step back three, you got to have that ball ready to shoot it, and you got to get it in that shooting pocket and get it out quick, and you also have to be strong. He made that look pretty easy.
Yeah.
A little 2-3 zone here, Coach.
They're switch to the 2-3.
Yeah, Coach Luce going to play a little 2-3 zone, maybe working on something he's going to see later. A little slip action, a little high-low. Jack Rooker's going to go to the line, see if he can knock down a couple free throws here. Didn't get a cut to you there for third quarter stats there, Coach Nug. Anything stand out, though, when you were looking at it?
Turnover battle was a little bit closer. It was 5-3 for us. Other than that, it was a lower scoring quarter for Wapahani. Defensively, I think we stepped that up a little bit and forced them into a few tougher shots.
Not able to knock those down. And got to hit those when you're playing good teams and you're trying to get yourself going a little bit. You got to knock those down. Trey Adams guarding Andrews. Loose with a 3, and he misses, but it's an offensive rebound for Barton. Kicks it back out to Cook. Inside, Bell, and he uses that left hand and scores it with a good angle. Here comes Trey with the drive. Splits the defense, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Loose takes the foul underneath. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Loose. I want to give credit when somebody takes a charge. That was Mason Barton that took the charge there. And I didn't look at the schedule, and I don't know if you did, Coach Nuck or Coach Hanson, but I don't know who if Wapahani plays tomorrow. Yes, I do know they play Alexandria tomorrow, so Coach is probably thinking the same thing. They've got a game against Alexandria tomorrow, and now we're at the point now where it's running clock, so it's an opportunity for some of these guys to play. And that's a nice rebound there by Zitcraft into the game. Some of the guys that haven't played a lot for Wapahani are getting some time. Andrews will stay out there. And Coach Burkett's going to let some other guys play. Some substitutions again for Wapahani now. Andrews will go out, and Cook will go out. Again, the clock's running at this point, so we're going to let guys that haven't played as much are going to get a little bit of playing time. One thing you know is if you are a younger guy or a guy that's not getting a lot of minutes, there's no such thing as junk time or mop-up time. I think in my mind, this is as important as it is early in the year. You get some guys to get a chance. This is your time to play, and this is your time to show some your coaches that your head's in the game. You know what you're supposed to do when you get in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's early in the season here, and you're looking to try to figure out ways to improve, and it's an opportunity for somebody to come in and showcase what they can do.
3 is off. No good, but offensive rebound there by Wolf. Misses. Kick back out. Wapahani is still running their offense, still being patient. Kick back out, rip and a drive. And that's off. Back out to Eli Andrews, and that one doesn't fall. Just over 3 minutes to go. Wes-Del will regroup and try to get ready for a tough road game tomorrow. Coach will have them ready to go. You can make it. Get over to Delville. We can use all the fan support. If you can't, you can watch us. We won't hear us, but you can watch us on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Give a shout out here. I got a couple text messages, a couple shout outs to Coach Jason Dudley.
Oh, okay.
I got some other, we got a lot of guys and a lot of people on the crew tonight, so hope you've enjoyed listening.
Well, a good friend of mine just got the baseball job there, Heath Dudley. We coached together for a couple years, and a good friend, and wish him the luck, except for when he's playing you and our Warriors. Every
right.
other game, I'll be happy for him, but unless he's playing you. Sawyer slaps him with offensive rebound there, and he's going to go to the line. Shot faked and got the ball back up there and got fouled, so we'll see if Sawyer can get himself into the book. First one is up, and it's long. Here's the second. And that one's off, but Tyler Summers with a rebound, and Wes-Del is still going, and Sawyer's going to get a loose ball foul there. They're trying to make a hustle play. Band was up there tonight, loud atmosphere. My man Phillip, I saw him up there. All kinds of people here. Good crowd.
That was a great crowd tonight, as you see there. Both
teams, county rivals, bringing people over.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's obviously any night you come into a high school basketball game it's Indiana.
Yep,
So.
that's right. Back out to Eli Andrews. He misses. Rebounds Jared Ladd. Over to Tyler Summers. Tyler over to Brady. We're going to push it to Dooley. They're in the 2-3 zone, so a little high-low action. Sawyer with a fadeaway, doesn't go. Minute 17 to go. Andrews with the rip, and that one's off. Good block out there by Sawyer. Rebound. I'm sorry. I think it was Brady with the block out, and Sawyer with the rebound. And Dooley drives it and misses. And it's going to be free throws for Dooley. Tony Cox wanted me to mention he's watching us all the way from Florida right now.
Oh, hey, there we go, Tony. I saw you. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. It sounded like they mentioned you had a good day yesterday at the vacation, so I hope you're enjoying that with your family and grandkids. So look to see Tony back here, but like I said,
we're all jealous.
Very jealous.
Very.
So.
Yeah. 40 seconds to go, winding this one down. Wapahani move the ball around. I would say they're probably going to take a layup unless they were moving the ball. I would say they probably only take layups at this point with 30 seconds to go. Tipped around from Brady. It's a good, you're going to get that call again with good officials. They may not like it, but a good official is going to call that. You can't reach from the back there and tip it away. 15 seconds to go. Wapahani with 2 free throws. Andrews hits the first one. Been corrected. We will not be able to bring you tomorrow's game due to some technical issues, but come back on the 28th. I promise you we'll be here on the 28th. It's back here at home. 15 seconds to go. Wes-Del can get a bucket here on this. Got high-low action. Sawyer back out to Summers. Summers with the 3, and it's off. Jared Ladd gets the rebound. He puts it up, and it's off. And Wapahani will get the rebound, and that'll end it, folks. So Wes-Del falls to Wapahani 22-62 in an MEC matchup. We'll take a quick break, come back with you, and wrap this one up here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Back here with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We'll see if any coaches come up. Obviously, we wouldn't expect them to necessarily come up after a game like tonight, and they got to get in there and get ready for another game tomorrow. So I'm sure coaches got some things to talk about. If one of them comes up, we'll be happy to talk to them. But otherwise, Coach, before we wrap this up, Coach Hanson and I, Coach Nuck, give us the statistics that you have over there. I know these are all unofficial, but you're pretty good, so they're official in my book.
Yeah, I'll give some points and then a few other key stats. So for Wapahani, They're led by Isaac Andrews and Campbell Bell, both with 20. Then Nate Luce with 10. For us, we had Josiah Love with 8. Trey Adams with 5, and both Bracera and Price had 4. Big thing, we talked about it earlier, free throws tonight. Wapahani didn't shoot many, they didn't have to, but for us, we were only 2 of 12. Definitely an area that we got to continue to improve on. And then the turnover battle, 16 turnovers for us, so 3 to them. We know they're a really tough ball-strong team, so that's going to be a low number for them, but that's something that we definitely need to clean up.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. And I don't know if you have them official point-wise, or did you mention that? I just didn't hear it. I'm sorry. So Andrews ended up with
20,
and so we held him to a little below his average, which is way too.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they got the Bell again. Tell me, I was sorry.
Campbell Bell and Isaac Andrews both ended up with 20.
Okay, so again, just hard to guard, and they're very efficient. But one of the things that you pointed out there, Coach, was we got to take advantage of the free throws when you get there. I mean, those are easy points. Would that have made a difference in this game? No, but it gives you, sometimes it just gives you that little boost to, okay, we see the ball go in the hoop, and sometimes that's all you need as a shooter or as a player, or even to stop the bleeding a little bit against a good team. The other thing is you just can't turn the ball over that much, and then 16-3, I think you said, that's more turnovers than you want. Ideally, you want to be below 12 as a team. The high school level, and 16 is extra possessions for a team that you is already good, that already takes care of the ball, that can knock down shots. So those are both stats that as a coach, those kind of drive you nuts, because they're things that we can control. You can get in there and shoot free throws. Free throws are just rhythm, just trust in your shot, confidence, and trust in your routine. And then the second one is you got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, and those are the two things, right? Like you said, control the controllables. And against a good team like this, whether that gives you a win or not, at least makes it more competitive. But when it comes to turnovers and free throws, those are things that we're totally in control of and that we got to clean up.
Coach Hansen, you look at a game like this, you go in, you got to process this, you got to help your team process this, and you got a quick turnaround. And so you, as a coach, these are sometimes the toughest situations you're in. As a baseball coach, I know that, and I know you coach basketball too, but as a baseball coach, you're in this situation a lot where it's a game, may not have gone your way, and you got a quick turnaround. You got to play right away. Not much time to prepare, and you got to kind of trust your instincts. So when you have a night like tonight where you're questioning yourself or you're questioning, as a coach, that's tough sometimes to go in there and you got to rally the troops.
Well, like I said, fortunately for us, we got a senior-led group, and when you have the experience, you got to lean on that experience to understand that you got to go through adversity. It's a long season. I think the winter season, obviously, the basketball season is longer than any other season, and it has its ups and downs. So, and you talked about it, it's a tough weekend. You're obviously tonight. It's a really good Wapahani team. They just present so many challenges. Like I said, you held Andrews to under his average tonight. But other guys were able to chip in, and they do some things offensively. So, but you said, you got to battle that adversity and be ready to go tomorrow. So I'm sure they'll have their prep for tomorrow, start tonight. I know Coach Burkett will have the guys ready to go. And anytime you go over to Delville, the guys are going to be ready to play. And but like you said, it's a long season, and we're still early in the season.
And if you go and look at our schedule, I've sitting with Coach today and talking through it. There are a lot of wins on that schedule that are there for us. Now, nobody's going to ever give it to us, but there are wins out there to be had. We've got to figure it out and execute it a little bit better. And then all stuff that I know Coach Burkett has been working on. You also have to remember this is Game 5 for him in the new program. So, working on some things. I don't think it's Game 5. It's Game 7. But still, in a short part of the season here, still figuring it out, still working on things, still trying to find, sometimes it's a night where you're trying to find a rotation that works for you and trying to find things that you like that maybe didn't work one night, might work the next night. And against a good team like tonight, you kind of find out, as a coach, sometimes I would always like to show them that's what we need to get to. We got to get to a situation where we're taking care of the ball and we're knocking down shots when we're open, we're playing with confidence. And I feel like that's kind of what Wapahani did to us tonight. They didn't wow us. They didn't really, they just kind of wear you down, and then they get an opportunity to take great shots. They do.
Well, you said offensively we know they're guard led, and when you got multiple guys that can knock down shots, really puts the pressure on the defense. You want to help off, but you're giving up something. So, and they play within themselves. They make the right passes. And for a high school team, like I said, to be under 5 turnovers, you're gonna give yourself shots on goal at night. And like I said, they were obviously made it around a little bit last year. And
they're a good team.
They're a good team this year.
This is not, I mean, sometimes you just play good teams, and I've often said the other teams out there trying hard too. They're working on things. They're good, and they're a good team, and they've got good guards and good players. And you have good guards, you'll win a lot of games in high school basketball. So we'll wrap it up here for Wes-Del. Again, if you get an opportunity, go get yourself an opportunity to go out tomorrow and watch Daleville, Wes-Del at Daleville tomorrow. So we won't have it here on the Sports Network, but we are happy that we'll be back with you on the 28th here at home against Tri-High. But get a chance to go out there. It's a big rivalry game. Anytime you looks like Coach is going to come up. We'll talk to him for a second. But anytime you get a chance, go over there, root our boys on. They could use the extra help tomorrow. It's never going to be easy to go to Daleville, so get a chance to get over there and help us out. Cheer us on, be ready to go. We're going to be joined here. Coach Burkett's stepping in here, and Coach, we talked about it. Coach Knuckles did a nice job of keeping stats for us, and I think two of the glaring ones for me, and I'll let you jump in if these aren't ones that necessarily for you, but the turnover battle, they beat us, I think 16-3 is what we had. That could be unofficial.
Right.
And we also were 2 for 12 from the free throw line. So when you are wanting to stop that bleeding against a good team, let's just face it, they're a good team.
Yeah.
When you want to stop that bleeding,
Oh,
sometimes a good opportunity at the free throw line or valuing your possessions, those two things can hurt if you're not doing a very good job of that. Other than that, they were solid and they were a good team. I'll let you just tell me what you think, Coach.
Yeah, I told Coach Luce before the game, ultimately, that is what we want to look like, right?
That's exactly what I said.
They're all 6 foot or smaller,
Yeah.
pretty much. They all play like guards. That's what you're consistently going to have at a 1A, 2A school. So
Right.
what do they do well? Well, they don't turn the ball over against anybody.
Right.
Muncie Central, Pendleton, they average 5.6 turnovers, I think is what it is on the season. They turned it over twice as what we had. The difference is we turned it over 18 times. That's what we had down.
Okay.
Also, I thought we did a decent job early, honestly, on Andrews.
They did too.
We contested him. He was taking tough shots and wasn't getting fouled. But we missed a couple layups, missed free throws, weren't getting to the foul line. We shot 12. We shot more free throws than them, but we didn't get to the foul line during the minutes that mattered.
Right.
So we worked all week on going at people, not fading. We didn't do it. Not trying to swish layups, put it off the backboard.
Right.
I mean,
Finish through contact.
I think basketball would be really hard if we took the backboards off and just had a hoop and a net, right? I think none of us would be able to shoot it even. I don't know why we don't use the backboard. So we're trying to work on that. Offensive rebounds, they didn't have a bunch, but they had timely ones early.
Right.
And that'll get you against them because they're disciplined. They're not going to miss 2 shots. They shot, I think, 75% the first half.
Yeah.
And that was from 2. They didn't shoot super well from 3, fortunately for us, but they ended up with 9 for 26 from 3 is what we had. So, they're a good team. I mean, they play hard.
Team, yeah.
They play great defense. They can shoot. They can all score it. All of them can score it.
Right.
And I think for us, battling through when we miss a couple layups, miss a free throw, maybe a call or a ball doesn't go our way, how are we going to respond? Because I thought early we did okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we weren't capitalizing on the mistakes they made, the misses they had. But I told our guys, if you don't capitalize, they'll capitalize on ours.
Right.
And they do. They're a good team. So, I mean, that's why it's a 40-point loss tonight.
Yeah. Well, and then not to dwell on tonight, that as a coach, this is one of those tough nights. And, I've talked off the air, this is a weekend I just hate this weekend. I hated it as a coach, but you got to go in there and rally the troops and get them out of here. I saw you got them out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. Thought you did a great job of coaching the end of that game, realizing that you have a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a tough one at Daleville, which is a good battle, and we should be able to go over there and be right there and give ourselves a chance to play. I know you've looked at them a little more than I have, but
Yeah,
it's a tough turnaround.
Yeah, Colvin's playing really well for them right
Yeah.
now. And obviously, the Adams kid, he's going to take some outside shots. He's shooting it well from three-point range, so we can't let him get hot. Unfortunately, sometimes that's uncontrollable when bad shots go in. So hopefully the bad shots don't go in, and we can test the decent shots that they get and hold them to one rebound. You never know where the ball's going to go on a long shot, so we're going to have to find bodies. It can't be a stand and make a little half circle around the basket and expect to get the rebound. We got to go find bodies because it might go flying somewhere out toward the three-point line. So we're going to have to do those things. They want to play fast. They want to put up shots, so we're going to have to defend really, really well. And, again, we got to find the confidence to make basket area shots and outside shots. So.
Yeah, I agree. And, it's one of those opportunities to go jump right back in. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. Just get the jersey back on, go back out, play again, see a couple shots go down early, and then just ride that because the energy will be there, and we should be able to go over there and be ready to play.
Yeah, one thing I will compliment our JV especially on is I thought they played extremely hard in the first game, and I thought that they had great, great energy. I was hoping, and it kind of translated to the second game. However, when you're down big, it's hard. It's hard to stay up, right? So I was pretty happy with our JV and how hard they played and the energy they brought for sure.
Well, and you'll need that tomorrow. You're going to need that energy because you got to be there to pick each other up because, it's a back-to-back night. It's back-to-back weekend. And guess what? In high school basketball, it's like I said a million times, nobody feels sorry for you.
Nobody feels sorry for us.
And that's the tough part of coaching. I'm going to finish with this because I want to finish with a positive. That's the kind of guy I am. The 2003 team was here at halftime. I know that meant a lot to you. Your brother's on that team. You've told me a little bit about what those guys meant, and we talked about it in the pregame, but probably nice to see those guys and have them be around your guys.
Yeah, I told him, I said, guys, I want some of your juju to
for sure.
Go on to our guys before this game. Obviously, we had a tough game coming up. So, no, it was great to be able to bring those guys back, and I was happy that we got most of them here. And that was a special team. I mean, it's funny because if you look at their year, they went 16-7, lost to the state champions in the regional championship, Lafayette Central Catholic. But you look at the beginning of their season, they were about 500 or a little below. And they go on a tear after they lose to Delta in the county tournament. And then they play them. Back then we played them after the county tournament first game. So they played them right away and beat them in overtime.
Yeah.
And at that point, they went on a run. They beat Yorktown. I think you probably have some bad memories
of that.
I
remember that group. Yes, I was there. I mentioned that.
My brother hit a buzzer beater over Pete Campbell. And beat Yorktown at Yorktown.
It was a great win.
2A or 3A number 2.
Yeah.
At the time, and they beat everybody in the county outside of the county tournament.
Right.
And so that's a huge deal for Wes-Del. And that's not normal. And I think they took that. They figured it out how to win during that stretch.
Right.
I'm hoping that we're not where we want to be, right? Wins-loss wise, we're not where we want to be. Where we're at mentality wise, we're not where we want to be or where we thought we would be. I'm hoping that we have a similar stretch where we have that impact win. I was hoping it'd be tonight.
Right.
Where it now pushes us forward for the rest of the season, and now we see the success. We know how to win. We feel it, and we're confident. So hopefully these seasons kind of match up and do something similar. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, and it starts tomorrow with a game at Daleville. I feel good about it. I know after a game like tonight it can be a little frustrating as a coach, but I feel good about where you're at. I like what we're doing. I love the way you have them playing. It just ran into a good team tonight, and you know what? That's all right. The other team can be good, and we'll move on and just slide this one, put this one away. They're going to have a great season. That's part of what they are right now. But I wish you good luck tomorrow, obviously.
Yeah, thank you.
Be rooting for you, and go out there and get those boys ready to go. Get some rest tonight. Break down that film. I know you will, but get some rest tonight. You need it too, and we'll see you tomorrow at Deleville.
Thank you.
That's Coach Burkett joining us here. Always great. He's a little bit nicer than I am. I didn't always come up after the tough game or tough losses, and that just shows you what kind of coach he is. He does a great job for our kids. So on behalf of executive producer Mr. Romine, I want to thank Coach Hanson, Coach Knuckles for both being here. We missed you, Mr. Superintendent, but you'll be back with us on the 28th. And as far as that goes, make sure that you have a great holiday season. We'll see you again. Remember what you ate, I'll probably ask you. That seems to be my thing now. But I'll see you again on the Wes-Del Sports Network on December 28th when we bring you the Tri-High versus Wes-Del game right here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Until then, we'll see you next time.